Good evening. I'm Agnes Quackels and I am the co-coordinator of Theatre in Brussels, and I've been asked by the people of Lokomotiva, Biljana and Violeta to answer their excellent questions. I want to apologize again for my tardiness here. So there are questions about culture and solidarity and how can we produce it. There are also questions about what are we learning in this time of COVID. There are also questions about how to make art more stable and solidar, and what we would foresee for the future. It took me so long to answer the question of Biljana because I must admit I felt very lost those past months. It was difficult to find a new path. It was difficult to understand what we could do with art in those times. It was difficult to understand how, as a theater, we could still bring people together if we are not allowed to be in a theater. I was recently reading an article, an interview of Francesca Corona, who is director of India Theatre in Italy, where she was saying that what COVID-19 made clear is that struggles has to be intersectional. There have to be alliances in between the various struggles, and I think she's right. I think this is clearly something that appeared during the COVID-19, that there is no point of trying to defend our sector if we are not defending the rest of society. This porosity and this solidarity has to manifest. And I'm also agreeing with her that if we do not manage to manifest this solidarity or to combine the struggle or to fight together, we will lose the opportunity this COVID-19 has brought to us as the possibility to bring change in our society. What have we learned? I would say as an institution we learned how dependent we are, how precarious our sector are, how precarious the artists are. We learned also how to live with uncertainties, how to navigate strange times, how to not know anything, not only as a person, or not only as an artist, but also as a team. And that has been difficult, but I think we learned a lot. We learned also that we could put a lot of things into question and take decisions that never been done before. I think also we had the opportunity to ask ourselves, what do we want to keep, what do we want to change, and that's surely something good, and we should keep this ability in the future. I think also definitely the idea of a universal basic income is a good one. It came back, but I think it would make no sense to just reduce it to the only arts or the only sector of the arts. Universal basic income has to be universal, otherwise it makes no sense. And that would maybe also change the relation of the art with the rest of the society, if eventually anybody could afford to become an artist. I think for the future we will have to be more radical, we will have to be more we'll have to be able to voice our needs and to be vocal also about the needs of others. We'll have to be there to support. We will have to be there to offer our rooms, our arms, our hearts, our audiences to others, to other organizations, to other sector, to other people in need. Am I forgetting something? yeah, I can't say much about the future. I think it's really difficult because we're July. Everybody's doing as if in September everything will be okay. We will be back in the venues. We will be back with the program. I hope. We will see. On the one hand, I hope we will be back to theater because this is what we are doing. I'm not editor of content online. That's not what I'm doing. On the other hand, I'm also hoping somewhere that eventually, if we would have to go back in lockdown, then eventually change would come for true and people would have a second chance to implement change in their life. And that would be good, hopefully. If also the state would then really support everybody, not only the flight company, but also the people who made all this content online. Also in the future, I really wonder how we will be able to connect and support and present work that is being made outside of our own country. This is a big question. I'm not sure how that will be solved and what will be the result on our programs. I think we'll have to find new ways of collaborating. And I hope this will not be only through scores, because that would be a pity. I'm sorry, I do not have more answers to your questions. I must say this situation has been exhausting in a way, and even though we managed to find solutions, we are also left with a lot of questions. And and for sure the one of the big questions is how come that the ones who are providing the content of our theatre are so precarious, while the ones who are providing the environment of this content are being a little bit more protected, at least in our countries. And that's for sure something we should look at as a sector. Voilà. Thank you for your patience and for listening. I hope to see you soon. Bye.